Hey everyone, welcome back to Echo Your English. I'm Emily, and I'm sitting here feeling very calm today.
Hey friends, I'm Ryan, and yeah, calm is exactly the word. It feels like one of those days where you don't need to rush anything.
I love days like that, when you can just talk without checking the time.
Same, and honestly, those are the days when English feels the most natural to me.
That's interesting. Why do you think that is?
Because there's no pressure. When there's no pressure, I don't worry about how I sound. I just speak.
Mm. And that's such an important feeling for English learners, too. That moment when you stop monitoring every word.
Yeah, I think a lot of learners feel like they're being judged every time they open their mouth.
Which is exhausting. Imagine doing that in your own language.
Exactly. You never enjoy conversations.
I often hear people say, I understand English, but I can't speak. And I always feel like that sentence is full of fear.
It really is, because speaking is exposed. Listening is safe. Speaking feels risky.
You're putting your thoughts into the world in real time, no edits, no second chances.
And your brain is working so fast, choosing words, checking grammar, thinking about pronunciation.
It's a lot. So if you're listening right now and thinking, why is speaking so hard for me? That's why.
And it's completely normal.
Completely. Even native speakers feel this sometimes.
Oh, yeah, there are moments when I hesitate or I start a sentence and think, wait, that's not what I meant.
Same here. I do that all the time.
And what do you usually do?
I just pause, or I laugh, or I rephrase it.
Exactly. That's real conversation.
But learners often think those pauses mean failure
When actually, pauses mean thinking
or feeling.
or choosing words carefully.
Silence isn't the enemy.
Not at all. Silence can be very kind.
I love that. Silence can be kind.
You know, something I really wish learners understood is that fluency isn't speed.
Oh, yes, that's such a myth that fluent English is fast English.
Some of the most fluent speakers I know speak slowly.
And calmly.
They take their time. They breathe.
And they're not afraid of simple words.
Simple words are powerful.
They really are. You don't need big vocabulary to express yourself honestly.
In fact, everyday English is mostly made of small phrases.
Like, I think, maybe, kind of.
I use you know so much.
Me too. It makes the conversation softer.
It invites the other person in.
Exactly. English is very emotional that way.
Tone matters as much as meaning.
Sometimes even more.
That's why listening is so important.
Not listening to learn rules, listening to feel the rhythm.
The pauses, the ups and downs.
The way sentences don't always end perfectly.
And that's what we want this space to be,
A place where English feels human,
where you don't need to perform.
where you can just be.
If you're listening right now, maybe you're doing something else too,
Maybe you're lying down,
or walking slowly.
or just sitting quietly.
Wherever you are, you don't need to focus too hard.
Just let the English stay with you.
Let it echo.
Ryan, I often think about how listening changes over time. At first, everything sounds fast and confusing.
Yeah, it feels like one long sound instead of separate words.
Exactly. And learners sometimes think that means they're bad at English.
When actually, it just means their ears are still adjusting.
That adjustment takes time, quiet time, repetition.
And patience. A lot of patience.
I wish people were more patient with themselves when learning a language.
Me too. We're often kinder to others than we are to ourselves.
That's so true. If a friend was learning English, you'd never say, "Why aren't you fluent yet?"
Never. You'd probably say, you're doing great, keep going.
But inside our own heads, the voice can be much harsher
Yeah, that inner voice can be really loud,
and very critical.
which makes speaking even harder.
That's why I think listening is such a gentle place to start.
Listening asks nothing from you.
You don't have to respond, you don't have to be right.
You just receive.
And over time, something interesting happens.
The sounds start to separate.
You recognize patterns,
Certain phrases feel familiar.
even comforting.
Yeah, like hearing an old friend's voice.
You might not understand every word, but you understand the feeling.
And that feeling matters more than we realize.
Because language isn't only about information,
It's about connection,
about emotion.
about presence.
You know, sometimes learners ask, when will I feel confident speaking English?
That's such a common question.
And I never know how to answer it with a number.
Because there isn't a date.
Confidence doesn't arrive suddenly,
It grows quietly.
almost invisibly.
One day you realize you didn't translate a sentence.
Or you understood a joke.
Or you spoke without planning first.
And those moments are small but powerful,
They're signs that English is settling in.
like furniture in a room.
At first, it feels unfamiliar.
But slowly, it starts to feel like home.
I love that image.
Me too, because home is about comfort, not perfection,
Exactly. Homes are a little messy.
and full of personal touches.
Just like language.
Speaking of messiness, I want to say something important.
Go on.
It's okay if your English feels messy.
Oh, absolutely.
If sentences come out wrong
Or mixed.
or incomplete,
That doesn't mean you're failing.
it means you're using the language,
And usage is how learning happens.
not silence.
Silence has its place, but growth comes from engagement.
Even quiet engagement.
Like listening right now.
Yes, this counts.
This time matters.
You're not wasting time by listening calmly,
You're building something.
slowly,
Gently.
and sustainably.
I like that word, sustainably.
Me too, because burnout is real.
Especially in language learning.
When you push too hard.
You start to dread the language.
And we don't want that.
We want English to feel friendly,
Like a companion.
not a test.
So if today all you do is listen,
That's enough.
more than enough.
You're exactly where you need to be.
You know, Ryan, I think many people underestimate how powerful daily listening can be.
I agree. It feels small, but it adds up quietly.
Exactly. 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, no pressure.
And the brain is always working in the background,
Even when you think it's not.
especially then.
Sometimes learners say, I listened, but I didn't remember anything.
And I always think that's not how listening works.
Right. You're not supposed to remember everything.
Your brain is picking up patterns, sounds, rhythm.
Like how music works.
Yes, you don't study a song to enjoy it.
You just hear it again and again
And one day you're humming along.
without realizing when you learned it.
Language is very similar.
That's why I love comparing English to music
Me too. There's melody in speech.
and emotion.
And pauses that matter just as much as words.
You know, sometimes I tell learners to stop trying to understand everything.
That sounds strange at first.
It does, but understanding every word isn't the goal.
Understanding the feeling is.
Exactly. If you understand whether something is happy, sad, serious, or light,
You're already doing really well.
words can come later.
They always do.
Another thing I notice is how afraid people are of accents.
Oh, yes, that fear comes up a lot.
They worry their accent sounds wrong.
Or that people will judge them.
But accents are just stories.
I love that. Stories of where you're from.
And what languages shaped you.
Every accent means you learned English in addition to another language.
That's something to be proud of.
Very proud.
Native speakers don't have accents because they didn't learn English.
Exactly. They were born into it.
But learners earned their English.
That's such a powerful way to see it.
And when you speak with an accent, you're not wrong.
You're multilingual.
And multilingual people are doing something brave every time they speak
They're stepping into uncertainty.
and choosing to communicate anyway.
That takes courage.
More courage than speaking perfectly in your own language.
Absolutely.
So if you're listening and worrying about your accent
Please be gentle with yourself.
is not a problem.
It's part of you.
And English has room for all kinds of voices.
That's the beauty of it being a global language.
You hear English spoken in so many different ways.
And that richness makes it alive.
You know, sometimes I listen to non-native speakers and think,
They express things in such a thoughtful way.
yes, because they choose words carefully.
They bring new perspectives,
New rhythms.
new warmth.
English grows through them, not despite them.
That's something I wish more people understood.
Me too. Learning English isn't about becoming someone else.
It's about adding a new voice to who you already are.
And that voice doesn't need to sound like anyone else's.
It just needs to be yours.
So today, as you listen,
Don't compare yourself.
don't rush yourself.
Just stay with the sound,
Let the language sit beside you.
like a calm companion.
We're really glad you're spending this time with us.
Truly.
You know, Ryan, there's another feeling that comes up a lot when people learn English. It's this sense of being behind.
Yeah, like everyone else is moving forward and you're stuck in one place.
Exactly. And that feeling can be really heavy.
Especially when you compare yourself to others.
Comparison is such a quiet confidence killer.
It really is. You might be making progress, but you don't see it because you're looking sideways instead of forward.
I like that, looking sideways instead of forward.
And the thing is, everyone's language journey looks different.
Different pace, different path.
Different reasons, too.
Yes, some people learn English for work,
Some for travel.
some for connection.
Some because they simply love the language.
And those reasons shape how fast or slow things feel.
Exactly. There's no universal timeline.
But social media makes it seem like there is.
Oh, yes. You see posts like speak fluent English in 30 days,
Which sounds exciting
but also very unrealistic.
and discouraging,
Because when it doesn't happen, people think they failed.
when really the promise was the problem.
Language isn't a shortcut kind of thing.
It's more like growing a plant.
You water it regularly,
You give it light.
and then you wait,
Sometimes it grows quickly,
sometimes very slowly.
but if you keep caring for it, it grows.
Always.
And listening is one of those quiet forms of care.
It doesn't look impressive from the outside.
But it's doing a lot on the inside.
I think that's comforting.
Me too, because it means you don't have to force anything.
You just have to stay close to the language.
Let it become familiar.
Familiarity is underrated.
Very. When something feels familiar, fear goes down.
And confidence sneaks in
Sneaks in quietly.
without announcing itself.
You know, I remember the first time I felt comfortable in another language.
Oh yeah? What happened?
I was sitting in a cafe, not really part of the conversation, just listening. And suddenly I realized I wasn't translating anymore.
That's a big moment.
Huge. I didn't understand everything, but I understood enough.
Enough to feel relaxed.
Yes, and that relaxation changed everything.
That's such a powerful story.
And it didn't come from studying harder.
It came from listening longer.
Exactly.
I think a lot of learners are waiting for a dramatic breakthrough.
Like a switch turning on.
But most breakthroughs are quiet.
Almost invisible.
You only notice them later
When you look back.
and realize how far you've come.
So if you're listening now and feeling impatient,
That's okay.
impatience means you care.
Just don't let it turn into self-criticism.
Be curious instead.
Curious about how English sounds.
How it feels in your ears.
How certain phrases repeat.
How some sentences feel natural before you understand why.
That's learning happening.
Right there.
Quietly.
And beautifully.
We'll keep sitting here with you.
Talking slowly.
Sharing space.
So you don't feel alone in this.
Because you're not.
You know, Ryan, something else I hear a lot is people saying they're afraid of forgetting English.
Oh yeah, like if I stop studying for a week, I'll lose everything.
Exactly. That fear can make people feel trapped.
As if they can never take a break.
But language doesn't disappear that easily.
Not at all. Once something settles in your brain, it stays.
It might feel rusty at first,
Like an old door that needs oil.
but it opens again.
Very quickly.
I think breaks are actually healthy,
Me too. Rest is part of learning.
especially mental rest,
When you come back after a break, things often feel clear.
because your brain had time to process.
That's such an important point.
Learning doesn't only happen when you're actively studying.
It happens when you're resting too.
That's why sleep learning works so well for some people.
Just listening while drifting off.
No effort, no pressure.
And yet the brain keeps listening.
I love that idea. Learning without trying.
It feels kinder,
And kindness matters.
especially when learning something challenging.
You know, I sometimes wish learners could see themselves from the outside.
In what way?
They'd see someone brave,
Someone showing up again and again,
someone listening carefully,
even when it's uncomfortable.
and they might feel proud.
I think they should feel proud.
Absolutely.
Learning a language as an adult is not easy.
It's emotional,
It touches identity,
confidence,
fear,
and hope.
all at once.
That's why we try to keep this space gentle.
No pressure to respond.
No pressure to perform.
Just presence.
You know, sometimes English learners ask me, what should I do every day?
That's a big question.
And my answer is usually very simple.
Let me guess. Listen.
Listen. A little. Every day.
Not for hours.
Not perfectly.
Just consistently.
Even 5 minutes counts.
Especially 5 minutes.
Because it's sustainable.
And sustainability beats intensity.
Every time.
You don't need motivation if something is gentle enough.
It becomes a habit.
Like brushing your teeth.
Or making tea.
Or walking quietly.
English can be part of those moments.
Not something separate from life.
That's what we hope for you.
That English feels close.
Familiar.
Friendly.
And forgiving.
Always forgiving.
So, if today you didn't understand everything,
That's okay.
if you zoned out for a bit,
That's okay too.
just coming back matters.
Just being here matters.
We're really glad you are.
Truly.
Ryan, do you ever think about how much pressure people put on themselves to sound correct all the time?
All the time. And honestly, it sounds exhausting.
It really is. English becomes something rigid instead of something alive.
And real conversations are never rigid.
Never. They bend. They change direction.
They have little accidents.
I love that phrase, little accidents.
Yeah, like choosing the wrong word and then smiling and fixing it.
Or saying something and realizing halfway through that you meant something else.
Exactly. And nobody cares as much as you think they do.
That's such a big realization.
Most people are just happy you're talking to them.
Yes, they're focused on connection, not perfection.
And when learners understand that, something relaxes inside them.
The shoulders drop.
The voice softens.
The sentences flow more easily.
You know, I once spoke to someone who said they practiced English for years but were still afraid to speak.
Mm.
And then one day they stopped trying to sound good and just tried to be understood.
And what happened?
They started speaking more, a lot more.
That makes so much sense.
Their English didn't suddenly become perfect,
But it became real.
and confidence followed.
Confidence loves honesty.
It really does.
Another thing that helps people relax is realizing they don't need to speak all the time.
Oh, yes, listening is also participation.
You don't have to fill every gap.
Sometimes nodding is enough.
Or smiling.
Or saying something very simple, like, yeah, or I see.
Simple responses are powerful.
They keep conversations going.
And they buy you time.
Time to think.
Time to breathe.
Time to feel comfortable.
I think learners sometimes forget they're allowed to take that time.
Because classrooms don't always allow it.
True. Classrooms often move fast.
But real life is slower.
Much slower.
Conversations pause.
People sip coffee.
They look away for a second.
They think.
That's all normal.
And that's the English we want you to hear.
English as it actually exists.
Not English as a performance.
Or a test.
Or a competition.
Sometimes I imagine English like a river.
I like that.
You don't jump in and control it.
You step in slowly.
You let it move around you.
And eventually you move with it.
Yes, you stop fighting the current.
And that's when it feels easier.
So if you're listening right now, maybe this is your moment to stop fighting.
Stop correcting every thought.
Stop worrying about every sound.
Just stay with the flow.
Let English pass through you.
Some parts will make sense.
Some won't.
And that's perfectly okay.
Learning doesn't require control.
It requires presence.
And you're present right now.
That already means a lot.
We're near the end of our conversation today.
And before we close, I just want to say something gentle.
Me too.
If English has ever made you feel small,
Or nervous,
or embarrassed,
you're not alone.
and those feelings don't define you,
They're just part of the journey.
a journey you're already on,
And you don't have to rush it.
or prove anything,
Just keep listening.
keep showing up.
And let English grow naturally.
We're really glad you spent this time with us.
Truly, it means a lot.
If these conversations help you feel calmer with English,
Consider subscribing to Echo Your English.
we'll keep talking.
And you keep listening.
Take care.
See you next time.